Hey, welcome back. Hopefully you watched my Raw review, even though it wasn't the best Raw review in the world. Hopefully you watched it. Um, this is time for another edition of Your Questions Answered Part 3. Nope. What happened? People are supposed to ask me questions and people aren't asking me questions. I guess it wasn't just asking me questions. It was, you need advice, anything. But, it was just something different because I always do wrestling reviews, so it was just something different that I wanted to try. But this is the third segment of Your Questions Answered Part 3. The only person that asks me these questions is Wrestling Info 190. Hopefully other people will ask me since I've gained 2 or 3 new subscribers in the last week. Hopefully more people will feel comfortable. Hopefully. I want to go up to Your Questions Answered 5. If nobody else doesn't join into this conversation, I'm just going to have to drop this segment. I, I wish more people would participate, but hopefully they will. Maybe I just need to promote this video more because SmackDown reviews, Raw reviews, people watch those, but they don't want to. People watch it, they just don't want to ask me questions. I don't know why. But I have fun answering Wrestling Info 190. Wrestling Info 190. Wrestling Info 190. Make sure you check out his channel. Um, and if you haven't seen my first two segments, it's called I did Your Questions Answered. And I did Your Questions Answered Part 2, and this is Your Questions Answered Part 3. So make sure you go check out those first two segments that I did about this. It's on my channel. You have to go check it out. You can go in there and listen to the questions people ask me, and then you can get some motivation, I guess. But the whole idea of the segment was, like I said, for people, if they had a question for me that they can ask me. It doesn't have to, like I said, it doesn't have to be wrestling related because most people, they know me for doing my wrestling reviews. But if you ask me a question, it doesn't have to be related to wrestling. It doesn't have to be. It can. It doesn't have to be. Like I said, it doesn't have to be related to wrestling. There's no limit on the questions. If you want to ask me one question, you want to ask me 100 questions, I'll answer all of your questions. There's no limit on the questions. No limit on the questions. And you can ask me anything. It can be related to wrestling. It doesn't have to be related to wrestling. Or if you need advice, I'll give you advice. Or anything, or any problems that you have. So that's simple. Anything you can ask me, any question you want. There's no limit on the questions. You need advice. I don't get why people don't want to participate in that. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep doing this. Hopefully more people will participate. That's my goal, is for more people to participate in this. But I did get one question from Wrestling Info 190. His question is, what's your favorite and worst WrestleMania over the past 7 years? This is going to be a hard question to answer because, for one, I haven't ever watched a WrestleMania pay-per-view, which may be shocking to all my WWE fans. But I haven't ever watched a wrestling pay-per-view. I only ordered one pay-per-view, and that was WWE Backlash, and that was like in 2005. I don't order pay-per-views. I don't order pay-per-views. I don't, because to me, there's no use in paying $40 to $60 for something, and they're going to show you the results on Raw. I just don't. Only order one pay-per-view. That was like in 2000. That was 7 years ago. I don't order pay-per-views, and when I do watch pay-per-views, I go to Walmart. I don't ever buy the DVD when it first comes out. When it first comes out, it's like $60. You wait 2 months, it's like $8 at Walmart. Then I go and watch DVDs. It may be old, but I still watch it. That's how I watch my pay-per-views. I buy the old Walmart. I go to Walmart, wait 2 or 3 months, and buy the DVD and watch it then. It may be 2 or 3 months later, but hey, it's cheaper. I'd rather pay $8 for a DVD at Walmart than pay $60 for something you only can watch one time. You get the DVD, you can watch it anytime you want, you know? So I've seen videos of WrestleMania matches. So I have seen WrestleMania videos of the matches on YouTube and stuff, but I haven't ever watched a WrestleMania pay-per-view. I would love to watch a WrestleMania pay-per-view. I love to go to WrestleMania, but by the time I get there, it won't be hardly be anybody left. The Undertaker's gone, Batista's gone, Jeff Hardy left the WWE. All the good wrestlers will be gone by the time I get there. So who knows, you know? But to answer your question, my favorite and worst WrestleMania. My favorite WrestleMania would probably have to be. You know, the Undertaker's my favorite wrestler. Second would have to be Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton. Third would be Sin Cara. That's a quick glimpse. So my favorite WrestleMania would probably be when the Undertaker went against Batista. Anytime the Undertaker jumps over the ropes on somebody, that's my favorite WrestleMania. I didn't like those WrestleManias when he went against Shawn Michaels twice and then when he went against Triple H twice. That was just stupid to me. Those matches were just stupid. But my favorite WrestleMania is when Batista, the Undertaker went against Batista, because the Undertaker and Batista storyline that they had going on, that was awesome. I loved it. They were fighting back and forth. That was a good match. That was when Undertaker was in his prime. The Undertaker's good now, but he's getting the age is catching up to him. He's been in the business for over 20 years, so you know I can't really say anything bad about that. But my favorite WrestleMania would have to be Undertaker versus Batista, or maybe the Undertaker versus Edge. Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels and Triple H. I didn't really like those matches. I didn't. They were physical. They were good matches, but I didn't like them. So I'd probably say Undertaker versus Batista. My worst WrestleMania is when he went against Triple H the first time, and he couldn't get up. Like, he couldn't get up to do his fireworks. And he just laid there, helpless. That probably had to be the worst WrestleMania ever. But the next year, it was a different story. But just seeing him later, I didn't get to watch WrestleMania, but watching a video of it online, just seeing him later, he couldn't get up. That just had to be hopeless. That probably was my worst WrestleMania. Just because the Undertaker was in so bad condition. I think he's good physically. I just don't know what happened in that match. Maybe he didn't train hard enough or whatnot. But he came back a year later and beat the hell out of Triple H. So I guess that's my worst WrestleMania. I can't say. I mean, WrestleManias are good generally. So it's hard to have a bad WrestleMania, I guess. But I guess that's my favorite and worst WrestleMania. I guess I haven't ever watched WrestleMania, so I wouldn't know. I just watch the videos on YouTube and I buy the DVDs from Walmart. I guess it's cheaper to me. I would love to watch. I would love to order. Maybe I'll order WrestleMania next year. I don't order pay-per-views. I just don't. So to answer Wrestling Info 190 question, favorite WrestleMania probably was Undertaker versus Batista. Worst WrestleMania is probably Undertaker versus Triple H. The first time. I don't remember the numbers. They probably were 20 in the 20s. I know. So you only asked me one question, so that's it. So I had no more questions. Oh, I'm tired. It's 1:05 a.m. I have to go upload these videos. Oh, I'm tired. See the look at my eyes and tell I'm tired. I don't. I have no time at all. I hardly have time to do these videos, but I try to fit it into my schedule. what do I say now? I've done answering all the questions. For all the people watching this, I want everyone to watch this to at least leave one question. Like I said, if you have no idea what question you want to ask me, I did 2 segments of this. The first one is your questions answered. The second one is your questions answered. Part 2. This is part 3. You know? Like I said, you can ask me any question you want. Yeah, you can ask me any question you want. Tomorrow's Thursday. Okay, I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Okay, I'm sorry I'm talking to myself, but I'm tired, so I can't really function right. Um, ask me any question you want. It doesn't have to relate to wrestling, like I said. Doesn't have to relate to wrestling. It can be anything. It can relate to wrestling. It doesn't have to. There's no limit on the questions. You can ask me however many questions you want, and I will answer them. Or if you need advice, I love to give you people advice. So if you need advice, so make sure you ask me questions, and make sure you check out all the videos I have done on my channel. My Raw review. Check out my SmackDown review. Check out my TNA review. Check out my Superstars review. Check out all my reviews. Watch them all. It probably take you like maybe 30 minutes to watch them all, but if you're watching them, you will have learned something. So make sure you watch them. But make sure you leave a question, you know? And also tomorrow when I do my Superstars review, just like I started this new segment called Ask Your Questions Answered. This is the 3rd segment in that series. I'm going to also do a new segment. This is a sneak peek. I'll go over the details on the video tomorrow after my Superstars review. But I'm going to start a new segment. This is a preview of it, where you give me an idea for a video that you would like to see. It's different. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do different stuff. Where you give me a video of what you want, or what you want me to do. So if you want me to do a video of me making a making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I'll do that. Or if you want me to do a video of me jumping or whatever, etc. That's I'm gonna. If you watch this now, you can leave your video idea now along with your question, or you could wait. Leave your question now, your questions now, and tomorrow wait till I upload the video, and then you could leave your video ideas. I say leave up to 12 because I won't be able to do all of them, but I'll try to do some of them. Whatever video idea you want to see, I'll try to do it. Something. I'm trying to do different stuff other than wrestling reviews, so that's just a sneak preview of what I'm trying to do for the channel. But make sure you leave your questions, or if you need advice, make sure you ask for it, please.